nice roller and see so everybody gets busy. Now, have you heard about this war in Iraq? Is it time for it to end? No. Is it really like protocol? No. Who began it on that? We're supposed to be the richest country on earth, with 1/6 of our fellow citizens never have health insurance, 1/3 of our sometimes every year, and a lot of people think they have it until they need it. And they told, I'm sorry, this is not covered. How can we be a more perfect union when the cost of college education has gone up so much and college aid has been cut back instead of expanded to the point that today in the United States, in America as a whole, including a lot of places which don't have state universities nearly as extensive as California. Listen to this. A young person graduating from high school today is the top 25% of his or her class, but his family is in the bottom 25% of income. Does not have as good a chance to graduate on time from a 4-year college as someone who graduates in the bottom 25% of the class, but his family is in the top 25% of income. That is not America. That is not right. We cannot sustain it. There are more people than ever before that listed out of poverty in the last 20 years, but half the world's people still live on less than $2 a day. There is inequality in health care throughout the world. A quarter of all the people that died this year will have AIDS, TB, malaria, and infections related to dirty water, the diseases of the poor. There is inequality with regard to education. There are 130 million kids in this world never darken the schoolhouse door, never even get to go. And at least that many more have no access to learning materials or trained teachers. Our more perfect union requires us to do something about that. We cannot form a more perfect union when we are facing this massive home foreclosures in California throughout the country, not because the people paying the mortgages did anything wrong, but because the people who gave the mortgages patched them up and gave them to investment banks and hedge funds, and they speculated, and the speculation went broke, so now they wanted to write the mortgage up and back up the people that had never missed the payment and throw all those people out of their homes, into their equity, and drive down property values all across America. That is not a more perfect union. In the world, and more than half the world is bad in America.
I like watching the finer. It's cool.
You all know it, but for the last 7 years, we have sent a clear signal to the world that it's our way or the highway until we get our head up against the wall, then we might cooperate with you. Not just Iraq. It's getting out of the Kyoto Accord on climate change. It's walking away from the comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty. It's telling the rest of the world we don't want you to have new nuclear weapons while our government was trying to develop new nuclear weapons. It's telling the world we believe in the rule of law, except we insist on being the only country exempt from the International Criminal Court on war crimes. Telling the world that terrorists are citizens, so we don't have to follow the Geneva Convention on Human Rights of people captured in combat when our own military leaders were begging our government to please observe the Geneva Convention out of deference to the interests of our own men and women in uniform. This election is about planning your future. A future that ought to be marked by tearing down all the frontiers in science and technology and innovation to create vast new opportunities that not only lift you up but bring us together. But we can't do it if we have politics and ideology interfering with science and research and everything from stem cell research to human genome research. That is the context in which this election is unfolding. An election in which you have a bigger stake than I do. because you have more tomorrows. And I say that not in any morbid way, but let me tell you something. There comes a time in every citizen's life when you think about your country, when you realize that even if you live to be 100, and I hope you all do, and a lot of you will, but you have to realize even if you live to be 100, you have more yesterdays than tomorrows. And therefore, the tomorrows become more important. And the most important thing is that no person younger than you be denied the chance to live their dreams and to fulfill their own hopes and to find their own frontiers. That is the purpose of politics. The only thing that matters, and the only thing you should think about in this election, is picking someone who will be able to say at the end of his or her term, the American people are better off than I found them, and our children and grandchildren have a bright future. And the world I've already told you, I love this election, but I don't have to meet against anybody. There is many times in my life I've gone to vote and I said, well, I guess I'm going to vote for candidate A, because I would just die if he got elected.